So Black Ops 4 recently received a major patch in 1.06 that brought countless changes to the game and fixed some major issues with the game, but there is still one major problem that hasn't been fixed in Black Ops 4. And honestly, this video could right now go two separate ways with two separate topics, but I'm gonna remain with the one that I initially had in mind instead of just going out on a tangent and going with two of them. That just wouldn't really make sense. I'll cover the other one in a different video. I'll just leave the other one, like I said, as just some sort of debate video or something. I don't think it really needs to be in this one, so I don't know, but this issue in Black Ops 4 isn't able to be quote-unquote fixed. I don't think. Well, it is, but knowing Treyarch, it's staying in the game, and the best that they're gonna do is continue buffing and nerfing the specialists as they get too bad. Well, that's the topic right there. Kinda leaked it myself, you know? Too early. Specialists are Black Ops 4's biggest problem, and I know you're already leaving a comment about how much of an idiot I am in the comments, but hear me out. Black Ops 4 would be a much better game without the specialists in it. I mean, it has plenty of problems, but specialists are still by far the biggest 100% proven issue with the game. I could have also talked about skill-based matchmaking, which I will eventually do. I've only really talked about that on stream with you guys. But specialists, honestly, are just a much more apparent problem. Even without skill-based matchmaking, or the feel of skill-based matchmaking if it doesn't truly exist, you're gonna have problems with the specialists, and it just really comes down to poor design. You have to think about that. The specialists they're not 100% to blame here. They weren't horrible in Black Ops 3, they weren't great, but they weren't as bad as they were in Black Ops 4, and that just comes down to how they've been designed. You can certainly argue that Call of Duty is better without specialists, and I will argue that point all day. I mean, go back and look at the best Call of Duty games. Go look at World at War, Call of Duty 4, Modern Warfare 2, Modern Warfare 3, Black Ops 1, Black Ops 2, hell, even games like Advanced Warfare, which definitely aren't among the best, and that at the time we thought were these outlandish, really far out there concepts and stuff for Call of Duty, even it doesn't have specialists. Just tell me where the specialists are in classic Call of Duty titles, you know? Black Ops 4 is pretty good, I guess, but it isn't even close to any of these titles. And a lot of that comes down to how the specialists have been handled. I mean, just think about it, really. In Black Ops 4, there are so many ways for you to die that are honestly out of your control. There's nothing you can do, which is just punishing you for being in the game. It literally punishes you for playing the game. Someone who's not a great player didn't just absolutely outplay you because he runs Ruin and he'll, slide around a corner and then grab slam you before you can get shots into him. That's just the luck of the draw in this game. There's nothing you can do really to combat it. If it happens, it happens, and you're shit out of luck. And that's what I miss about older Call of Duty games. I mean, you look at Black Ops 2, which I still maintain as the best Call of Duty title ever made. You just went around and you shot people. That's all you had to do. There was nobody coming around corners with a gravity spike and killing you out of the blue. In this game, you can just get kills because of your luck of timing and the ability to press two buttons together. That isn't really skill. No aim or anything is necessary, most of the time at least. There is a little tank on wheels, as I like to call it. It's the K9 unit. It still takes an absurd number of bullets to kill. It has much more health than a regular player. It moves quickly and will evade you pretty easily on its way to killing you. There's also a little drone that goes around and shocks you until you can't move, which honestly, in its defense, is pretty easy to counter if you know how to hit square. But even then, that isn't counting things like the War Machine, which actually used to be a score streak. That's just one thing that I hate about the War Machine. I love Battery, because she's secretly overpowered, and is a good way to punish enemy players, but the War Machine never used to be something that you just got for being in the game. I don't know if you remember this. I know a lot of you do because you played older Call of Duty titles, but I also know there's a lot of you who started playing after Black Ops 2. You didn't just get War Machines and stuff for nothing. If you didn't go out and earn that shit, you just didn't have it. Sorry about your luck, you're getting shit on in every game, which rewards you for being good at the game. It rewards you for playing if there is no ability for these shitbag players to just run the map with these overpowered abilities that just gets handed to them. You had to go out and equip the War Machine as a score streak and then earn it. You had to play for it, go get it yourself. It didn't just reward you for being there with 6 grenades and a launcher, plus the cluster grenade. It's just a Semtex that explodes little frags out of it pretty much. Not extremely overpowered. I'd even say the little grenades and shit actually have too much spread to them, but that's what's wrong with the specialists. This is my whole point right here. You don't have to earn these things. You just get these fairly overpowered abilities and weapons just given to you for existing in a match. You don't have to earn the ability to have an invincible shield with a built-in machine gun. You don't have to earn the ability to have the war machine out. You don't earn this barricade that also acts as a guardian. You just get these things for nothing, and that doesn't really add gameplay value to a decent player. I mean, I'm not the greatest player in the world for sure, but I'm not dog shit at this game. I don't need it to just hand me these things for kills. I am more than capable of earning all the score streaks, and I'd be just as capable of earning all these specialists if they were score streaks. And that's the huge problem that I have with them. They're just sometimes as powerful as score streaks, yet you just get them. You can easily, with the war machine, get like 8 kills. Chris did it yesterday on Nuketown. For those of you who watch stream, you know who that is. He did it on Nuketown on stream, 8 kills. And it literally just handed him this thing. He didn't earn it, which he could. He's not shitbag either. But you don't just give this kind of stuff to everyone, you know? No good player that I know genuinely gets excited that the game gives them a free watered-down score streak that they didn't have to earn, that is sometimes insanely hard to counter because they're poorly designed. There's no reason that these things exist other than to help bad players thrive. That's the real reason that we even have specialists in Black Ops 3 and 4. However, at least in Black Ops 3, they were a lot better designed and fit much better into the core gameplay. Still wasn't a huge fan, but they're way better than Black Ops 4's were. In Black Ops 4, we have things that just shouldn't be there. There's no reason for Ajax to have the ballistic shield, honestly, at least with a built-in weapon. And that's my point. Let's go into this a bit more in depth. Okay, I'm going to show you all the specialist weapons, what either used to be a score streak or something that you had to go out and earn, or go out of your way to use, okay? With Ajax, the ballistic shield is basically the riot shield from countless Call of Duty titles, which you had to equip in your class in place of other parts, sometimes secondaries, and I think in some games you didn't even have a primary that you could use. It used your primary slot, so they took that and they gave it a built-in machine gun and gave it to Ajax. The 9-bang apparently was something from Ghosts, but it's just not as bad as Black Ops 4's was. I don't honestly know about Ghosts very much. It was one of the 2 Call of Duty titles that I skipped for the most part. I had some playtime, but not enough apparently to know about the 9-bang. So they take this from Ghost, and they make its ability basically this blinding flash that up until like 2-3 days ago was pretty much uncounterable, you know? Then you have Battery, which the War Machine literally used to be a score streak, but is now her weapon. The Cluster Grenade is an upgraded Simtex grenade. Crash gives you this Assault Pack, which is reminiscent of droppable items from games like Modern Warfare 3, which actually gave you ballistic vests, aka body armor, except the Assault Pack is ammo that gives players increased score. Firebreak is basically the same specialist as from Black Ops 3, except his Purifier is worse in this game. The Flamethrower has been a score streak in previous Call of Duty titles, including World War II last year. It was an attachment in Black Ops 1, it was actually a perk in World at War, I think. It's been in games as pretty much everything at this point. The Reactor Core is kind of a Guardian that can work through walls. It's a bit of a stretch, but the same general idea. Nomad has the K9 unit, which literally used to be one of the highest score streaks you could obtain in older Black Ops games and was super awesome to get. On top of that, he gets this tripwire mine that reminds me of shit like Claymores. Recon has his Vision Pulse, which is the closest thing to a VSAT that this game really offers. Still not sure how, out of all the score streaks they have, they missed the Orbital VSAT coming back, but you know, whatever. But he also has this Sensor Dart, which acts like a portable radar from previous Call of Duty titles. Seraph has the Annihilator, also has the TAC Deploy, which I think was one of the worst additions to Black Ops 4 possible. I think it's part of the reason that spawns are ruined in this game, and it makes modes like Hardpoint tedious at times. Torque literally has a combined Riot Shield and Guardian as his barricade, and then his Razor Wire. So now that I've covered these, you'll notice that at least most of these things are either recycled old score streaks that took effort and skill for you to earn, they were perks, they were attachments, they were something that you got, you know, just in older Call of Duty games that you had to go out and earn, but now you just get. They just get handed out to everyone. And the reason that I think this is because shitbag players get upset that they can't get score streaks. Treyarch being Treyarch then has this bright idea of giving them literally everything, giving them this stupid abilities and these weapons, letting them run free without earning it. Even if you're the shittiest player on planet Earth, you can easily get kills with a specialist. Some of them take zero effort. With the K9 unit, they've given you one of the highest streaks in older CODs, buffed a single dog's health up, kept him as a one-hit kill, and just gave it to everyone. So, XX Call of Duty Bob 04 can be going 2-42, and just because he's still there, they give him this dog to run the map getting kills, and he doesn't have to do anything more than just press 2 buttons at the same time. No skill, no effort, no shooting. The barricade allows people to camp behind it. You can't rush them because of that guardian effect it has, so have fun with that. That's what I hate about this. The problem is they're so entangled into the game, the issue's virtually unable to get fixed. There are solutions to make it better, but they're not just going to up and get rid of specialists in Black Ops 4. I think that's the best thing they could do, but then again, they don't listen to players like me. I can say, I don't think it should ever come back to COD unless you make them score streaks, high-end score streaks, or something. Make them something you have to earn, you know? Anyways, they should make a playlist in Black Ops 4 called Classic Mode. They remove the specialists, they turn the health down to 100, no manual healing even though I like it, and just make Black Ops 4 like the older titles in that playlist. I mean, Advanced Warfare did this, and it was one of my favorite features in that game. It will literally settle the argument between the new age COD fans who don't know about classic COD and us Call of Duty elitist veterans who've been playing forever. We'll see what's better. It's something that we'll be able to prove, you know? I have no problem telling you if it's garbage that it sucks. I'll be the first to let you know, but it won't suck. The only problem is that it won't cater to bad players by giving them the ability to get kills without trying. The best thing they could do overall is just make you choose whether you want the weapon or the ability when you select a specialist. So let's say one game you play Seraph and you want the Annihilator, you can't have the TAC deploy beacon and alter the spawn. But the next game, you don't get the one-hit Annihilator, but you do pick that TAC deploy, you can alter the spawns. You don't get kills. Or especially if you have Ajax, either you choose to have that invincible shield with the machine gun, or you choose to be that guy with the 9-bang. You have to actually choose what you want here. You don't get both potentially overpowered things just handed to you. Can you imagine how much more fun it would be without having to worry about the enemy Ajax with a 9-bang and a shield? I don't know why they didn't think of this to begin with. I don't think Treyarch playtests their games enough because these things in the game are ridiculous. They ruin it. They're a system that's going to remain broken until they step up and really address the issue for real. I'm not even honestly asking for that much. I just ask that we stop rewarding bad players for being bad by giving them shit that they didn't earn or deserve, so they can punish a decent player around them just because Treyarch doesn't want them to be upset, you know? At least make them choose what they want to abuse. Don't give them two abilities that punish everyone. If you have a sinkhole in your backyard already, it's like tearing your house down. You don't go up front with a shovel and just start digging. I see people like specialists, so they say it adds something new to Call of Duty. But the truth is, Call of Duty is not a hero-based shooter. It never will be. You're never going to transform it into that. It's not Overwatch, it's not Rainbow, but this remains the biggest problem in Black Ops 4 besides the skill-based matchmaking, which I'll cover another time. Thank you guys for watching this video. If you did enjoy, make sure to leave a like and subscribe if you're brand new around here. Follow me on Twitter at @SubToOptimus. Join that Discord down below. Thank you to my channel members for your financial support. You help me make the content that I want to make here on YouTube, not worrying about monetization issues and things like that. If you'd like to help support my content, the link is down below. Become a channel member and join that Optimus Battle Pass for only $5 a month. And until my next video, guys, this is Optimus, abusing the specialists, and signing out.